it continue in England. We love BS.
Well, what about this? They asking, what about elections? Stopping elections and Christians. What about the fact that you've got actual neo-Nazis who are acolytes of Stepan Bandera and the right sector and the Azov battalion? And Jesus, these are real. You know how you use the word Nazi kind of as an expression for somebody who's overbearing. These are legitimate Nazis, real Nazis. I mean, they exist. What about that? And they say, well, he's Jewish. I don't know about that. I don't want to go into the provenance. I don't know if your mother was Jewish, but I think that's the way people used to say, well, there's no racism in the United States. Well, because Obama's black. You know what I mean? It's like, well, that as we say in the South, that dog don't hunt. This guy, here is the thing. Let me see if I can go back, a little backwards. This fellow named Elon Musk. And I thought Elon, listen, I don't really get impressed. I mean, I know he's the richest man. So what? That guy, Jack Ma. Did you ever see Jack Ma from Alibaba? Jack Ma looks like a genetic experiment that went wrong. And he's the richest guy. Okay, so rich people, they may have a lot of money, but it doesn't make them people you want to get to know. So anyway, here's this guy named Elon Musk, 14 kids, a new kid, except for this one who's trying to put the arm on him. And he says, not this time. So anyway, so there's this thing, he said, called Doge, the Department of Government Efficiency or whatever it is. So he comes up with this idea that we're going to go in and we're going to look at every government program. And we're going to get these 16-year-old, 19-year-old nerds. One of them is nicknamed Big Balls. And Big Balls said, hey, guess what I found out? I found out that we've got almost $1 trillion, let's say, in monies that are unaccounted for or what have you. And they said, what? Yeah. And there was this program called USAID, Agency of International Development, whatever it was. It was a slush fund. It was money laundering. It was a grift that nobody knew was there. Well, as we're finding out, John, this may have not only funded wars and military, it may have funded everything up to and including newspapers, websites, NBC, Saturday Night Live, Robert De Niro, people on it. It may have been the taproot of everything. Everything. Have you ever had a Christmas tree or whatever you call them, and you have these lights, and one light goes off, and the whole thing goes out? They're in parallel or series. That's what this is. When they said, let's shut this down, all the lights went off. Holy Jesus, everything was connected to this. This thing was paying for everything. And I mean everything. Tonight we have the Academy Awards, which mean nothing. That was it. That was part of a promotion. People were saying, how is it that these stations are still on? We had something that happened this week. I don't want to get too much. We have this place called MSNBC. We call it MSDNC. And they fired this racist named Joy Reid. And people are saying, why do you think they fired her? Is it because of her ratings? Her ratings were always bad. What happened? There's no more money. They're shutting down. And they didn't realize, a lot of people working this said, wait a minute, you mean to tell me we never made money? Where is this coming from here? Backstory. In 2016 or 2017, Moby, we talked about the musician Moby, was approached by the CIA to say, can we use your social media account? Social media is where everything changes. By the way, great artist now. Have you heard Lola Young? I'm sure you've heard her. You know, Messi? Phenomenal. Started on Twitter. And there was some help to it. It's a new, everything is completely different. It's a fantastic song. She's Amy Winehouse all over again, but better. Anyway, so now we're finding out that the money from this pool, this thing, and we'll call USAID just as a name. It's a metonym, like you would call Fleet Street or Wall Street. Just names for brass. USAID, the monies are going everywhere. Now they're saying it's done. In the old days, what if I could say, just write your ticket? How much do we want to give Zelensky? Name it. $1 billion? Name it. Just give it to him. Where's this money come from? Just give it to him. Where are his villas? What? Cyprus? The Blob. That's our foreign group. Cyprus, Florida. By the way, Federal Reserve. You hear about our Federal Reserve? Federal Reserve is where we keep all our gold. Elon Musk said, can we do an audit of this? What? An audit to see how much gold we have? What? Yeah, can we see how much gold we have? Gold? They haven't had an audit since 1974. They don't know what's in there. And by the way, not only are we going to withdraw from NATO, we're going to withdraw from the World Health Organization. Oh, and guess what else goes bye-bye? The World Economic Forum, Bilderberg, G7. Go ahead and meet. Who do you think's paying for the money? Who was paying for this? Where does Klaus Schwab get his money from? Where? Who's paying him? His tailor? No. What about Greta Thunberg? How dare you? I could be in school, and I am now mid school. How dare you? You took my dreams. Got them. Who was paying her? Who is paying the UN? Who is paying? Where was this money coming from? Daddy Warbucks over here. It's gone. Wait till you see how many.
Susan wants to know, Ari wants to know, do you think Susan Rice encouraged Zelensky to piss Trump Vance off with disrespecting via eye rolls, rudeness, whatever? Because she met him, Zelensky, before meeting up with Trump.
Well, first of all, let's see if Susan Rice said, now listen, Zell, take it from me. What I want you to do is in the White House, in the Oval Office, not at some neutral location, but in his home where everybody's watching, I want you to piss him off. What? I want you to piss him off. Trump? He's crazy. Yeah, I know. It'll be great. Piss him off, and you'll be. Wait a minute. You want me to be? Yeah, do a couple of blows. Use this stuff here. I got some special for you. I got some special. Grind it real fine. Going like that. You'll be ready to go whenever. Oh yeah, you'll be. There won't be you'll love this stuff, and it kicks in like not right away. It's just a little bit later, and you'll know it when you start getting the sweats. I read about this from what I hear. So anyway, but we have a thing called the Logan Act. This is a law. Now listen to me. Remember I told you this. The Logan Act. And the Logan Act is from 1799, which says private citizens cannot interfere and negotiate with foreign countries. We had 2 prosecutions, 19th century, whatever. Guess who's going to be brought up now? Susan Rice, Anthony Blinken, because you don't understand something. Trump is so pissed off. If he were here, he doesn't drink. But if he had a couple of, pints under his belt, he'd say, they impeached me twice, but couldn't convict me. They were going to bring me up, or they did, on the emoluments clause of the Constitution. Sean, I'm the only person who knows what the emoluments clause is. Nobody knows what it is. It's never been done. So he's going to say, hey, anybody got anything that we can bring up against these bastards? Yes, Mr. President. What is it? The Logan Act. I'm in. Don't you want to know what it is? Nope. Bring it in. Indict them. So Susan Rice is telling him, and Blinken, you go in and you fight. You tell them. It's like, do you ever have sometimes a wife will tell a husband, and you tell that boss of yours, you've been there for 20 years and you deserve a raise. And you tell that son of a bitch, and he gets all worked up. He goes in and they fire him. Thanks, honey. Because it's many times a woman will get the man in trouble. But that's another story. So what we're seeing is this, they don't know what to do. They don't know what to do. And Trump says, I've been only doing this for a month. You haven't even seen anything yet. And And Elon is so, thank God he's on our side. They're saying, Elon, they're making fun of you. Oh, yeah? Elon went in and basically shut down USAID. This is since 1962. This was a slush fund. It was always, when businesses have petty cash. Hey, I want to get pizza for the group. Go into my desk. Petty cash. That's their petty cash. Nobody audited it. Nobody knew. Everybody was in on the grift. Everybody. Until Trump comes along. It's the most incredible thing in the world. And also, there were people who love him. Can you imagine somebody who honestly says, I don't like what President Trump did. He was rude. Rudeness? Look around you. Go outside. Look up and down here. The whole world is rude. We love rude. We love balls. We love huge elephantine balls that you need a wheelbarrow. And this guy is like, and wait till the next guy who meets him. Imagine the next country, the next person who comes in after Zelensky. Imagine that. They're going to be like, yes, sir, Mr. Trump. You want to talk to me about anything? No. Just have a nice day. I got JD here. No, don't bring in JD. No. I can call JD. No, leave him alone. By the way, JD, and guess what? JD with his family skiing, they had to have some kind of a security thing. You just pissed off the hillbilly? This was when he was calm. You interrupted his family vacation. He says, I'm going to take this out. I'm going to open up a can of whoop ass on somebody, and whoever, I may not hit the right person, but it's going to say to whom it may concern, I'm going to get somebody. By the way, one more thing about Trump. If you met Trump, he'd say, come here, I'm going to show you something, John. See this thing right here? You feel this on my ear? Yeah, this is where they tried to kill me. This is where a bullet hit my ear. I'm still hearing stuff. I don't know if it's true or not, but you don't walk away from that. You know that fight picture that you love? I hate that. There is
Lionel, there's two moments in the the press conference that we've got to discuss. Sophie's raised one of them, and this is where I thought Zelensky's just out of his mind saying this now. Where Zelensky was saying, you have your ocean, but you're going to feel this.
Oh, yeah.
What was that about? Where did that come from?
You're going to feel it on your shore. You got ocean. What? You have ocean. You're going to feel it. What? You're going to feel it. Feel what? It. What is it? On the Atlantic or the Pacific? What? The Ukrainian Navy is what's gonna happen? What are we gonna feel? What are we gonna feel? And we should say, no, wait. Zell, here's a microphone. What am I gonna feel? Let me make sure you tell me what I'm gonna feel and what countries are gonna be involved. You want to name names? Go ahead. Listen to folks. Remember, go ahead. This. He's talking nonsense. He was fried out of his mind. You're going to feel it. Feel what? What are you? And he's on the ocean. Oh, he didn't understand about you don't have the card. He goes, who's playing cards? I don't play cards. What? I think he didn't understand it, but he was getting into the cards motif a little bit too much. No, that was beautiful. What does that mean?
The most beautiful moment of the whole thing, though, was when Trump said, Russia.
Yeah.
And then the laptop from hell was crazy by Russia. Russiagate came straight out Hunter Biden's bathroom, Hunter Biden's bedroom, Hillary Clinton. And he just went off. I thought that was brilliant.
And Zelensky, who has maybe an understanding of 10% of what that was about, says, excuse me, I'm tooted out of my mind here. I've got a booger in this nostril that could choke a gerbil. I'm about to, do you have something to blow my nose in? I'm afraid it was, do you have the picture of is it the Ukrainian woman who's going like this or something? Did you see this? She's like, oh my God. Oh my. All of a sudden, This is what I want to hear too. This is where Elon comes in. Imagine this scenario. Zelensky, hey Zell, yeah, listen, where was that money, that account we had? The Cayman Island. Yeah. Wasn't it the bank of, yes. Well, I called him this morning and it's not there. What? It's not there. What do you mean it's not there? They don't know what happened, but they think it's got all the fingerprints of Elon. Wait a minute. What? Everything? Everything. What about the villa in Cyprus? Everything. You know, and I know that somebody would say, that Trump would say, listen, I'll make a deal with you. And I'll go a little, Starmer, I'll make a deal for you. I'll help you out. But you got to do me a favor. I've got to horse this guy. You got to understand? I mean, I got to let Zelensky have it. Both barrels. And you know what I want. I want the money. Oh, that's no problem. We got it. Now, where's he going to go? If one day, whatever this money was, it's either been liquidated or he's left a couple of bucks. Where's he going to go? What court? Court of International Justice? The Hague? Where is he going? Who is he going to turn to? After that, he is like kryptonite. Did you see Lindsey Graham? Lindsey Graham is this, he's our senator. He's like, did you know who Gomer Pyle was? Shazam! Hey, Sergeant Carter, you know, Jim Neighbors. And this is Lindsey Graham, and I think we got to go in there. We got to help these people in there. You know, we got to help these people in the Ukraine and Israel, whatever Israel wants. God, you get Israel. And he said, who is this? Now, J.D. Vance is a hillbilly, but this guy's a goat roper. He talks like that. His name is Lindsey Graham, and Shazam, Sergeant Carter, and now we're going to go in there, and you better find and we got to help people. That's damn Putin. Okay, this was the other day. After this, they drag his out there, put him in front of the microphones. I don't know who this Zelensky guy is, but you're a damn. I never liked him. Excuse me, you were kissing it. Well, no, that's not me. It was an imposter. I don't know who he is now. Wait a minute. You wanted to get... Well, I was drunk. He gave me some of that flake, and I was going crazy. He just changed. And it changed like that. I mean, this is the guy who appeared before Congress. They called him the Churchill of their time. And in one day, I mean, you can't things up like this. Nobody could do it. He's a genius. I mean, what does he do when the plane lands in Kyiv and they say, can you imagine some smart ass? So, how'd it go? How was it? What did they serve you to eat? Oh, they gave all the food to everybody within 5 miles. They said, here, you like prime rib? Come here, take this. Courtesy of Zell. I mean, and can you imagine that? Get out of here. Get out. And he had to walk out. Have a nice day, Mr. President. I mean, I'll bet you the Marines who normally stand, you can always tell the president is in the White House because the Marines stand there. I'll bet when he walked out, the Marines get the hell out. I mean, did you ever think we'd be?
IB's raised an interesting point because you've had continuous, whoever it was over there before Trump, the Obama crime family, Clintons, etc.
Biden,
all back in the Ukraine war. Mm-hmm. So do you think part of the confusion of Zelensky is because the US, the CIA, they all wanted the war in the first place, and now he's in America and it's gone completely against him?
That he didn't know? Are you saying that
Trump's like an unknown variable to him, isn't it? Perhaps.
No way. They know exactly what he was going to do. Exactly. Nobody briefed him. Let me tell you something. he could have. Now, he didn't do this, but I would have said, I want you to remember. You're going to bring us, Mr. President. Yes, I want to show you something. What is it? And I hope you don't mind. No, what is it, Zell? I brought something. And he holds up a picture, let's say, of the worst. Let's say it was all AI. Russian, on horses, beheading children. This is what you do. Show us, like, oh my God, yes. And have these people come with me. I like you to. He stands behind the people with like arms missing, an eye. He goes, Mr. President, my English is bad. I want to thank you and the people of America for helping, helping me, Okay, fine. Maybe not. Make up a story. Mr. Trump, I want to show you, President, on our tank. We have a tank. It's an old tank, but we call Trump tank, Trump victory. You're George Washington. And Mr. Trump, we are here today to thank you and all of everybody here in Ukraine. Do you know what the children have? We have this. We give this out to every child for they to praise you. This is a pass dispenser for the little children because we love you and we love America. Okay, all right, you got your money. No, one more thing. Yankee Doodle Dandy. I pledge allegiance from sea to shine. Okay, you got it. That's what he should have done. But no, not the genius. You will feel the pain. What? What? All you had to do was lie. All you had to do. Have you ever seen a really good diplomat that comes to, and here I am in Great Britain, friends throughout history, brothers, you'll love me. We are from the Beatles and Churchill and Lord Acton. Everybody knows it's called bullshit.
Cutie Pie's calling you out, Lionel, I think. Zelensky is not a joke. He has prevented the so-called powerful Russian from taking over Ukraine. What do you say to that?
Come on. First and foremost, he's not in charge of anything. How many times has Putin said, I don't want Ukraine? What am I going to go into this for? If I wanted to flatten him, I would have done it. I don't want it. I'm not going to send my men into a meat grinder. For what? I've always told you, I don't want Ukraine. They want a particular naval base, the whole Crimea. It's the weirdest thing. They were Russian at a referendum. I don't want this. Oh, that's my favorite. I love this. They say, well, it's an interesting thing. Putin will say, I haven't done this. Now, when Netanyahu, I don't want to bring up Israel, but as an example, Netanyahu will say, well, I didn't wipe out Gaza, whether they did or not. They say, there you go. See, that's the kind of guy we have. That's it's not a genocide. Okay, fine. If I say, now, can I use that logic with Putin? No. But Putin, no, he's not supposed to do that. Do you think Russia, a nuclear power, couldn't take Kyiv? Come on. I mean, seriously, this is, And remember, Putin said from the beginning, 7 days afterwards, I want to work this out, but your Bojo came through with it and ruined that. This is the most, and how this man, would Trump have been able, if they had blown up our Nord Stream and then we said, I don't know what happened. Oh, come on. Remember that when he waited for, gee, I wonder what happened. I don't know. How he said, okay, all right. Okay, all right. We'll go along with that. I don't understand it. This is. I can't wait until. And by the way, thanks for all of this because Russia and China have said, Xi Jinping, Vlad, I love you. Thanks a lot. Now they're doing it. So Trump is in the middle of something, and I would love to be, I swear to you, to be a fly on the wall and to have when President Trump and President Putin meet and they close the door and they say, is this okay? Anybody here? No. You're sure now, right? You don't have to. No. Can you believe that? I got a video. He'll probably bring up an iPad. Let's watch this. It's like pouring to them. Let's watch this Zell thing again. Now watch this part. This is where he talks about the border. Listen, I know that people live in this world of Russia, this Russophobic nonsense. I want you to make sure you understand something. As far as I'm concerned, I love my country. No offense. I love your country too, but this is mine. I don't give a damn what they do in Ukraine. Ukraine means nothing to me. And Russia, have a nice day. Do whatever you want. Just leave us out of this. Israel, Middle East, we'll get to you when we're done. We got a lot of problems here, just like you do. You got a lot of problems. And it's easy to make Putin out to be this kind of like this Russophobic Dr. Strangelove. I don't know what. But if you listen to what he has said, and if you listen to what Jeffrey Sachs has said, what Mearsheimer has said, what Scott Ritter has said, what Doctorow has said, what Alistair Crook has said, what Judge Napolitano, you can hear this repeatedly. And it's not just me. Go back to George Kennan, containment. Do you know that not 1 inch eastward, remember when Gorbachev was told, we want to reunify? He goes, are you sure? Yes. And Gorbachev's probably never got it in writing. And then years later, they said, well, we never had that. This is my favorite to show you how sick these people are. When Gorbachev said, wait a minute, we made an agreement. You told me you would not move 1 inch eastward. You know what we told him? We made a deal with the Soviet Union. There is no Soviet Union. Can you believe this? So, you know what Putin said? Putin said, I got an idea. Since there's no Soviet Union, we want to join NATO. What? We want to join NATO. We're not the Soviet Union. We're Russia. Can we join? Can we join the EU? No. Wait a minute. Why not? That's my favorite.